Okay, ready?
Yep.
Hey guys, it's Mishi Harman here. For those of you new to the show, I'm the host of Israel Story, and I'm here on the line with my dear friend since third grade, who created the show with me and is its senior producer, Yochai Meital. Hey, Yochke.
Hey, Mish, ma nishma?
Achla, achi, achla. So we wanted to release this short message because we've noticed that many new listeners have joined the show recently. And more than anything, we just wanted to say welcome.
Now, whether you've joined us because of the collaboration we've done with Radiolab,
The Kitchen Sisters,
Snap Judgment,
to the best of our knowledge,
or just yesterday with my personal radio idol, Gregory Warner, on his show Rough Translation.
whether you're here because you've been to one of our live shows or heard us on your local public radio station,
Or maybe just a friend recommended that you check us out.
however you arrived, whenever you arrived, we're delighted you're with us.
Totally. Welcome. I guess the first thing to say is, now that you're here, first of all, go and subscribe to our feed. It's very easy. Literally, look down at your phone and press that subscribe button. That way you'll never miss an episode. The next one is coming out next week.
In our episodes, you'll encounter an Israel you won't see on the news and won't read about online. An Israel that's nuanced and touching and frustrating and loving and funny.
In Israel, it's personal, more than just politics and conflicts, advocacy and religion.
An Israel that's our home. So, Yochai, we're in the middle of our 4th season now.
Right, and during the season, we release a new episode roughly every 3 weeks or so.
And since we've been at this for a while now,
We started in 2011.
so given that, we have a lot of content already out there just waiting for you to consume it.
42 episodes, to be exact, and hundreds of stories. Our stories are all human interest stories, and we try to write and produce them in a way that makes them as timeless as possible. Evergreen, as they call it in the podcast world.
Now, some of you are long-term Israel Story listeners, and we're so happy that you're on this magical journey with us. But as we said, a lot of you are new to the show, and we've noticed that there are basically 2 kinds of new listeners. Those who start from the latest episode and work their way back to the beginning, and those who start at our very first episode, faking it, and binge their way to the present. And, well, Yochai, who I can tell you always thinks outside the box, he has a third way to suggest. Yochai,
Yeah, dip in the middle, Mishi. Dip in the middle.
any particular recommendations?
Sure. In episode 2, Love Syndrome, we told the story of Chaya, a New York-born sea otter researcher living in Alaska, who after giving birth to a baby with Down syndrome, ended up moving to Israel, becoming ultra-Orthodox, and adopting other abandoned babies with Down syndrome.
This was my baby. He needed me. And I was going to fly to the moon if I needed to so that his life would be better. And for me, that was the answer.
Last year, in episode 33, Milk, Honey, and Sweet Mary Jane, we ran a story about Telegras, a massive online community that is sort of like the Uber of weed in Israel.
That's the goal, the Uber of the weed.
I followed Amos Silver, the founder and self-appointed CEO of the operation.
They came into my house. I smiled to the cops and I told them, let me take you to the garden.
Just this summer, we kicked off season 4 with episode number 40, Operation Hulda, where we went in search of a Jewish Arab baby born at the Western Wall in the middle of the Six-Day War. It is really one of the craziest stories I've heard, and saying anything else about it would be a spoiler.
Suddenly, we heard the children screaming, and they came closer to us. It was 2 little kids yelling at the top of their lungs, "Doctor! Doctor! Doctor!"
So you can follow one of Yochai's recommendations, or just go to our site, israelstory.org, where we've curated lists of recommended episodes and staff picks, all under a tab called New Here. Before we go, one last request of listeners both new and old. It's the usual request, the one you hear at the end of every single podcast episode. If you like our show, the easiest way to show your support is to help spread the word. Go to iTunes or Spotify or Apple Podcasts. Give us those 5 shiny stars. Write a rave review. Share your favorite episode on social media. And most of all, tell your friends and family. I'm totally serious. Drop everything, call your family, and tell them to listen to Israel's story. And just because it's good to lead by example, here's a little clip we aired years back about how often I call home. Hello?
Hi, Nishi.
Hey, Dans, how you doing?
Hi, Shadil. What's up?
Dans, I wanted to ask you something. How many times did you talk to Mom and Dad today?
Let's see what time it is. It's about 4 o'clock. I've spoken to Mom once, Dad once, Mom once, 4 times in total, I would say.
And how old are you, Dans?
I am 45 years old.
Okay, one second. I wanna bring Oren up on the line. So 1 second. I'm just gonna let's call Oren.
Okay.
Hello?
Hey, Ori.
Hey, Mish, how's it going?
Good. Dans is on the
Hi,
line too.
Ori.
Hi, Dan.
Ori, listen. I have a question. How many times a day, on average, do you speak to Mom and Dad?
Oh, I don't know. I'd say about between 4 and 5. How many times do you speak to Mom and Dad?
I'd say I talk to Mom and Dad on average somewhere between, let's say, 5 and 7 times a day.
Really?
That's because the rest of the time you're actually at the house, so they don't need to call you because you're there with them. Every time I call them or speak to them, you're in the house. Come on, Oren.
Yeah, of course.
And tell me something. Do you think that it's normal that we talk to Mom and Dad so much?
Sure, it's normal. 43-year-old, 46-year-old, and a 34-year-old talking to their parents on average 15 times a day? I'd say it's pretty normal.
1 sec. Let's bring Mom and Dad on the line a second. Hello?
Hi, Mish. How are you, Cookie?
Hi, Ima. Hi, Abba.
Hi.
Mom, hi.
Hi, Totina. Hi, everybody.
Hi, guys. Hi, Mother. Hi, Dad.
How's it going?
Hi, Cookie.
Nice to hear your voice. Great. What's up with you guys?
Good. Ima, who do you talk to the most from all the kids?
You, of course. You're here. I speak to you all the time.
I told you.
You know that, Mish. You're the one who calls us most of the time.
I call you?
Yeah, how
Of
many
course,
times
of course.
does she call a day, Ima? How many times?
Half a dozen.
At least. I mean, half a dozen is a small amount. Yeah.
A very low estimate. Yeah.
Yeah, right. A
How many
lot,
times
you
do you
know.
call?
We check in all the time.
They like being in contact.
Right.
Ima,
Listen, everybody's making fun of us, but it's silly because I think we're very lucky. We want to be in touch. We like to share all our things that are going on, all the stories. So everybody else is missing out. For us, it's wonderful that we have 3 such great kids, and we love to talk to them, and they like to talk to us. That's the truth.
yeah, it's cozy,
Two
no?
ways.
Donna, it's cozy.
Sometimes it gets a little much, right, Don?
No
Don,
comment.
sometimes you feel it's a little overbearing.
I'm just not a big phone talker, honestly. I'm like the less phone talker in the family.
Right.
Yeah, it rarely ever happens that I call Mishy and his phone isn't busy.
Because I'm talking to Oren or Donna. Do you think there's any connection between the fact that we're all so close and talk so often and the fact that, I guess, let's say that those amongst us that did got married kind of late in life?
Listen, don't blame us for you guys not getting your acts together. Get married. That'd be lovely. Then we'll talk more with the grandchildren. Goodbye.
Dan Batavon.
Bye.
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 Bye. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Hi.
Just so you know, last summer I did get married. And, well, I still call home just as often. So, welcome to the show. Shalom, shalom, and yalla bye.